They almost lost $2 million. Like, can you imagine?
And all your business is gone.
In about 3 years, AI agents probably will be smarter than every human being on Earth. Elon Musk thinks too. Today we're tackling a topic that is quietly transforming industries. It is AI agents, but just before we dive in, did you hear about the recent case with the firm being attacked on the internet and they almost lost $2 million? Like, can you imagine? I think this was an accounting firm.
Absolutely, Alex, and unfortunately, that's not just them. Based on the recent report of Canadian Centre of Cybersecurity, we have more than 62% spike in ransomware attacks for CMEs for a Canadian market. So
Crazy.
imagine you just woke up, grab your mug of coffee over the morning, open your computer, and all your business is gone. It's
Crazy.
terrifying.
Yeah, it is truly terrifying. I mean, I'm putting myself in the shoes and this is just terrible, but I think it is avoidable, and this something that Elon Musk thinks too. He just recently told that in about 3 years, AI agents probably will be smarter than every human being on Earth, himself included. But what does it really mean for small businesses? What do you think?
That means that basically world is changing. It's a new era, an era of AI agents. As Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, said, the AI agents will replace SaaS tools as we know them right now. Why? Because traditional tools can't adapt for rapidly changing world. AI agents can learn, predict, and act in real time 24/7 as your close friends working for you.
In a blink of an eye, truly, and you don't even have to hire a team abroad or something, right? It's just the constant loop. This is crazy. But what I really want to discuss is some of practical examples we can think of, maybe finance, healthcare, or logistics.
Let's talk about finance. I know you're an expert in this field.
Thanks for noticing that. I've been working in finance for many years, and the case I want to discuss is OpenAI's work with Morgan Stanley, which is huge. So they're using OpenAI's most recent LLM, and they have created their own AI assistant, which scans about 100,000 reports, and it answers questions immediately. So the thing is that most of the advisors, about 98%, are currently using the software, and it saves about 10 hours per week per them, for one person. This is crazy, right? Like, it's 25% productivity improvement. But what do you think about, like, is it secure enough, like using OpenAI's models? Because people tell that it might not be,
I mean,
especially in my field.
yeah, it's secure if you're doing it in the right way. So, if, for example, if you're gonna looking for a Microsoft Marketplace, you can find out that you can host your models individually and your own servers and have high level of security and do not have outside access to your model. You can do it absolutely secure.
Cool. But how about the price? So I know that I have to send an approximate amount of tokens, like, and the price is per token, right? So do I send 10 tokens? Do I send a million tokens? Like, how expensive would it be? I think it's something about like 0.0006 or something, right?
I mean, yes, most likely it could be less than 1 cent per request, but it depends. So, for such a huge firm as Morgan Stanley, you can buy your own server for execution. You're gonna pay for your virtual machine for your really real consumption inside of some server.
Yeah.
For a small business, you can pay 1 cent per request, and it's okay for you if you're gonna have like not huge amount of users or it only internal usage of your system.
This is truly defining gravity, so to say, because so imagine, like, if your assistant at work would have given you an advice that is profound and you can make decisions based on that advice to earn a lot of money, and you just pay 1 cent per this request. This is insane.
It's not really 1 cent, but for sure it's gonna be,
Seven.
some amount of money,
Yeah.
but less than higher. Like anybody in Canada, it's gonna be less than like the minimum required wage for any employee in this country.
It's not only OpenAI who uses advanced LLMs, right? It's also Llama, the Mark Zuckerberg's child, and a friend of mine. He's actually a founder or co-founder. I guess he's co-founder of Spotify, and they just use Llama on Spotify to improve personalization. What do you know about like personalization?
So Spotify use a lot of recommendations practices for your weekly music recommendations and etc. Spotify just using Llama to improve it, to just know your narratives about which types of music are gonna moving to, and as your friend for like birthday party know something about you and can create this wish list for you. Spotify use the same kind of idea for it.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. But like, how does it work more specifically, technically?
So your habits. Spotify also knows your
I
habits.
don't know all my habits actually. Spotify knows it better, I
Yeah,
guess.
you listen some music, you do skips, or you just like they know the temperature about what is your request gonna be better for you, which one you don't know what about it. For example, uh, and it can understand that this new album can looks like your 80s rock playlist, the same kind of vibe about it, and go with the same recommendations. Some people like just fixing this kind of recommendation, they fine tune this Llama model because just to let this model know how to handle it, and they help this handling with your data, which Spotify knows about you, and move forward the most interesting music for you.
Sweet, sweet. But how do you know that I have 80s playlists? I actually have 70s playlists.
Yeah, music was nice these days, probably.
Right, so LLMs are fast, but people are not that fast all the time. We have several big retailers here in Canada, such as Canadian Tire or Shoppers Drug Mart, and they work with data a lot. And there are a lot of people that they have to educate, go through entire process, and they have to write product descriptions and stuff. It takes so much time. Do you know of any cases in the retail industry?
Okay, Canadian Tire, this corporation with Microsoft, created the custom Microsoft Copilot for them, Chat CTC. It's AI assistant
ChatGPT.
using Microsoft Azure. Results: 3,000 employers save 30, 60 minutes per day. It's 15 million hours per year.
This is insane. This is I think even a person doesn't live for 15 million hours. This is crazy. But how exactly does it operate, like technically?
So first you have a data, a lot of data, Canadian Tire, from all department, from recruitment department, their own product description, trainings, and they create shopping assistants based on this AI, which help clients. For example, during high season for spring tire sales, it increase this assistant alone increase their like revenue for like 30%.
30%. This is amazing. I mean, I want to open a store, right? I just got a telescope. I want to open a telescope store. This is a weird thing to do. But I'm thinking actually, I will need to use some kind of large language model, right? Or small language model or whatever. But do you think it is safe enough for the client's data and everything that people input there? Like, is it safe enough or?
So, based on like hosting services which provide Microsoft Azure with their marketplace LLMs, you have some different models which have some different level of compliance. It's including healthcare, like some governments potential system which can use some specific LLM, and some of them not. So basically your data safe and this LLM can pass some compliance which you require to. But it also depends on you. You manage your data, you're gonna send to your LLM. What happens between your data. And LLM is something that you have to control. It could be some data leakage during this way.
Yeah, but say for example, if I use just regular ChatGPT or DeepSeek, for example, will my data eventually be leaked? Because like, if I don't want to buy a custom solutions, like I have to spend a lot of money to buy a custom solution. How is it different? And is it like the same type of operation, just using ChatGPT or
It's
DeepSeek?
it's two steps question. First one, okay, I'm using ChatGPT or DeepSeek. They train their future models on your data, on your prompts and something. Probably you don't need to do it. It's up to you. Second, for small like person who like just do first steps in AI, it can be okay. But imagine you have thousands of documents inside of your corporation and you have to analyze them. You don't know which one to grab. The difference between ChatGPT and AI agents that they are advanced. They emulate real person work to solve some business problem from point A to point B, search data, analyze data, uh, do requests to LLM, and do actions based on this data.
Mhm.
It's entire process which can be solved by AI.
So autonomous too, right?
Yeah, it's autonomous.
That's crazy, like how the industry is changing. Well, guys, you can find the links on the examples just below. So this is our work now to compile all the links. This is going to be crazy. We'll spend a hell lot of time on that. But yeah, thank you for your answers. It was fun time.
Thank you. Nice to talk about AI.